Hello and welcome to my March reset. I can't believe it's already March. It's very strange. February actually felt like a really slow month for me. I felt like it kind of dragged on for a little while, and honestly February was not the best month for me either. I didn't get a lot of the things done that I wanted to accomplish, and then some of the goals that I was doing so well on in January I did end up breaking in February, and then I felt like once I broke a goal I just kept breaking it through the month because I was like, well, I already broke it so it doesn't matter. But it was just forming habits that weren't necessarily healthy. I found myself doing a lot of time, and March reset, we are resetting to hopefully break some of those habits that are not the best. I'm going to be going over with you step by step different ways you can implement different things into your life with your monthly reset that are very generalized things that you can tailor to you. So the very first thing that's important with every monthly reset is cleaning, getting that fresh start. And March is really the start of spring. Spring starts this month, which is so exciting. I mean, there's still snow outside here where I am, but spring does start later this month. So what a better way to start the spring cleaning than start with just a monthly cleaning.
Don't be a stranger in the night. Take a chance for some romance. Don't cover your eyes. Willow trees know you better than anyone else. It's time you let your guard down for someone like me. I'd say I'm settled and pretty calm.
I did do some cleaning this morning. I just did a general clean of my room. I still need to vacuum, and I still need to do the kitchen in that as well. So now that my space is nice and clean, I'm ready to get into everything else. It feels so great to be working on a new month with a clean desk area, a clean space. This is a little cluttered because it's my makeup area, but I've rearranged a couple things. It just overall looks and feels so much better. So I did want to start out just by going into my February goals. So we're just going to recap February a little bit. I do think it's important to recap the month prior just so you have new goals going into the next month. What was working, what was not, what can you keep doing, what can you change, all that kind of stuff. So, February goals. I always put them in my planner, and let's talk about what worked and what didn't work. First off, the theme of the month for February was prioritize happiness. And I think this was a really great theme, but I think in some ways I took it the wrong way. I was starting to feel really burnt out at the beginning of February, and that kind of continued until mid-February-ish. So my way of being like, I need to refresh myself was just, I kept saying, I'll treat myself, or I'll just do this little extra thing for myself that usually cost money. And that mindset didn't go so great for me, and it just ended with me feeling bad about myself because I was spending too much money, and what was supposed to be like a happy thing was not. And I was happy for that short period of time where I got that, I don't know, Tim Hortons frozen lemonade or something, but I was unhappy afterwards, so it was like this short-term gratification, which was not good. So as for the theme of the month, I didn't really do too great with that. And for my goals, I basically did not hit a single one of them. Posting 2 YouTube videos a week. It didn't happen. I think I've missed 3 uploads now. I'm hopefully going to be getting one up today because I didn't post on Friday, but I've missed 3 uploads, and this is a short month too, so I missed a lot of uploads. And once again, I think it was just feeling that really burnt out feeling. Work 1 week ahead on YouTube. Not even close. I'm still working video by video. Like I said, I'm running behind on yesterday's video, so we're not even working up to time. We are behind schedule still, and it's just not looking good. Secure 1 paid brand deal. I secured a couple brand deals this month. Not all of them are paid. One of them is, and then I did take a couple unpaid ones, which is not something I normally do. One of the companies, especially though, I always do their brand deals unpaid because they are a smaller business and I really enjoy their product to the point where I would be purchasing it myself if they didn't send it to me. So that's fine. And then I also have a couple more collaborations coming up too. Most of them are on TikTok, and I find content creation and paid brand deals and all that very different on TikTok because I don't really care about that platform, to be honest. Like, obviously I make content for it. Like, my priority is YouTube, and I'll never take an unpaid brand deal for YouTube, but Instagram and TikTok I feel like are a little bit different. So I did take some unpaid brand deals, but brands I really want to form a relationship with in the future, which I think is important, and I think there are exceptions to the rule. Don't take unpaid brand deals, but also just make sure you're being treated fairly. Like, getting $100 worth of product for one TikTok video is worth it for me. But if I also had a very popular brand reach out to me this month, and they offered me one bracelet, a $33 bracelet for 18 posts on Instagram over the next 6 months, and all I was gonna get was one $30 bracelet. That's ridiculous. So yeah, and it was a company that, you know, makes a lot of money too. I know they've worked with a lot of really big creators. They have money, and they are more of a Disney focused brand too. And I was like, you know what? I would love to work for this brand, and they would fit in perfectly with everything I do. Very subtle Disney aesthetic, but it's just, I know they have money to pay their creators, and the fact of what they're asking for is absolutely ridiculous. So we're not going to do that. So it's all about just weighing the pros and cons that way. But I did get my paid brand deal this month. Posting 20 TikToks a week. I feel like I did this. I do have 2 TikTok accounts. I do have 2 TikTok accounts. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that on here. One is just purely Disney stuff, and that's my bigger TikTok account where I post most of my stuff. All the brand deals I have are for that account. And then I did start a separate account more for the lifestyle stuff because I know on TikTok it's very niche centric. Like, if I started posting both on one, there's no opportunity for growth at all. The algorithm would get confused. It is so niche centric that you have to know what you're doing. So I decided to start this other one. You can follow it here. It is all lifestyle content, no Disney content. So if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and check it out. And posting an Instagram story every day. I definitely did do that. I naturally post on Instagram stories every single day. So I mean, accomplished. As for my shop, Frozen Fractals, I did decide to take a little bit of a step back from Frozen Fractals because my Cricut is not functioning properly right now. I need to do a lot of troubleshooting on that I just don't have the time for. I had a little mishap happen with some of my pre-printed stickers. It became a huge headache. The bracelets were not going as smoothly as they were previously, so I dropped down to just apparel. With the exception of DCP misprint stickers, because I still have a bunch of those, and DCP bracelets because I get a few of those orders, but it's enough to keep consistent without me going crazy. So I dropped down on that, and because of that, I definitely did not make my budget goal for the month. But looking at first 2 new apparel designs, I'm in the works with this right now. Today is only Saturday and I have till Monday, and right now I am in the midst of, I literally just have to write up like the Etsy description and hit post for these designs. There are 4 new ones coming out, which is great, and I'm really excited. They're all apparel designs, so that is wonderful. So those are coming. I'm not going to check it off yet because it's not actually done, but it's happening. Post 12 times on Instagram. Definitely did not get around to scheduling any posts to go up. Completely abandoned the idea. I need a new Instagram strategy now that I'm not posting any of the bracelets or stickers, because obviously I can't be posting those on social media if I'm not selling them. And interactions once a week, I also just straight up did not do this. Personal, going to the gym 3 times a week. I don't think I went to the gym 3 times in any one week. However, I was moving around a lot more than I was in January. So my Fitbit was constantly hitting 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 steps. I'd say at least 4 days a week. So that's good, but it wasn't going to the gym. I was going to the gym maybe once a week. Which is fine. So technically I didn't accomplish this goal, but I wasn't moving, which was the point of me going to the gym, was just to get moving during the day, but with my job and that, I have found there's a couple days a week where I am just walking around everywhere. I'm constantly going between here and the college and walking around the college, and there's a lot of steps happening, so I feel okay with that. 3 books. How many books did I read this month? Oh my gosh, I read so many books this month. I don't remember where I left off from January. Yesterday I finished the Spanish Love Deception, which was so good. The time before that I finished Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover, which was okay. I read Weather Girl, The Nest, The Testaments. Maybe that's it. As for no clothing spending, this is the one I'm probably the most upset with myself for not meeting this goal, because I didn't just not meet this goal, I like completely broke every rule related to it. So it started out with me buying new jeans, which is fine because really I need jeans without rips in them. I have 1 pair currently, I need more, and then I got a pair in the mail and from American Eagle, and I was like, okay, this is fine, just like 1 pair of jeans. They didn't fit. I ended up returning them. I bought 2 more pairs off a different website, but then I started buying more stuff. I went to Forever 21, I went to Urban Planet, I went to Winners, and I probably ended up spending about $150 more than I was supposed to on clothes this month, and I got quite a few new items with that. I was getting a lot of like $6 tank tops and stuff, and like that's a lot of new shirts. Mind you, they are all basics and they all go with a lot of stuff, and then I got 2 cardigans which also go with a lot of stuff and go with the basics. So I'm really not happy with myself with that. So we're really gonna try March no clothing spending, I hope. It's always impulse buys. Like every time, like when it happened, I was like, I'm in the mall, I'll just look, and then I was like, oh, that's such a good deal. I didn't even realize there was a Forever 21 here. I didn't think there were any left in Canada. And then it just kind of snowballed. So yeah. Do something fun for Valentine's Day. I took myself on a bookstore date. That vlog is up here and it got so much good feedback. I didn't do it for the vlog, I just did it for, I vlogged it for the company almost, because it was like, I want to go alone but I want to talk to someone about it, so I just talked to the vlog about it. So it was a lot of fun, and I plan on doing another bookstore date with myself soon because it was just really great and really fun, and I mean good feedback. So everything about that was a wonderful experience. I'm so happy I went and did it. As for AdSense, I know we did not reach the $200 goal, but I'm looking right now and I think we're about the same as last month, around the 150 or going to be. So from February 1st until February 24th, so with still 4 days left in the month, we are at $130.78, and that's been averaging around $5 a day. So my guess is we're going to be around 150. As for frozen fractals, my goal was 400. That definitely did not happen because, like I said, I withdrawed on a lot of what I was making and what I was sending out. We actually only ended up at $102 for the month of February, which is, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty low and that's pretty disappointing to see, but it also needed to happen with the burnout that I was experiencing. So it is what it is. I'm hoping the new designs that I'm putting out, hopefully today, will help improve that. And now for March. March, I have organized my goals a little bit differently. So March, first off, let's talk about the main goal, which is my midterms. Midterms start this week and are for the next like 3 weeks throughout my different classes. So that's a big focus. I need to do well on my midterms, and that's a big goal this month. I'm also getting my wisdom teeth out, kind of. They're pulling my top 2. I will have to go for surgery for my bottom 2 at a later date, but on March 14th they are pulling my top 2 wisdom teeth. So that's a really big goal for me, in the sense of stuff like this really is triggering to my anxiety. So getting in a good mental state for that and being able to do it without completely freaking out is a big goal for me. And then also getting back on the YouTube train. I feel like I was burned out last week, the week before, pretty much all of February I was a little burnt out, to be honest, but now I'm feeling a lot more motivated again and a lot more in tune with myself and what I want. So YouTube being another goal again. So for the big goals for the month, Spring organization is going to be the theme of the month, keeping everything nice and clean and organized, and also going into spring. So spring cleaning, but a little bit more of a twist to it, to spring organization. This could go for organizing my space and also my thoughts mentally and literally every aspect of my life. On my chart here for social media goals for this month, I'm hoping to post twice a week on YouTube, as well as 2 bonus videos. I know that's kind of aggressive considering I didn't do it last month, but I've already got a bit of a plan in place and I think it'll be okay. 1 paid brand deal, again going with my overall goal of getting 1 paid brand deal every month of the year this year. 3 YouTube shorts every week. I've started trying to do YouTube shorts. I know that's the direction YouTube wants to take things right now. YouTube shorts are not my favorite, but I feel like they're a big growth tool, so I'm literally just repurposing TikToks as YouTube shorts. I already have all of the ones for March scheduled, so as long as those go up smoothly, I think that'll be great, and it's something that is sustainable because I can just schedule them all at the beginning of the month and just let them kind of run. At least 1 TikTok per day on each account. Posting 20 a week was a little overwhelming for me, so instead we are posting 2 a day. Following more non-Disney accounts on Instagram. The Disney community recently, I find it's just almost killing my creativity in a lot of ways. So I just want to reach out a little bit more into other communities on the platform and see how everything goes. Posting 3 reels on Instagram every week. Once again, reusing those TikToks, posting them on Instagram. We all know Instagram is valuing reels. And this next one is also a big thing that I plan on mainly doing over March break actually, and that is reaching out to 50 different brands personally. If you are any sort of influencer who reaches out to brands, you know that for every 10 emails you send, you're gonna get 1 response, and that response is usually a no. So sending out emails to as many brands as possible for as many opportunities as possible. For Frozen Fractals, I basically just want to regroup and replan. What I was planning in January no longer works, so I need a new strategy. I need to figure out what's going on because I can't set goals for myself if I don't know what's happening. So I need to sit down and figure out what the heck is going on. For school, I have a very big portfolio assignment coming up that I need to get done. I need to reorganize myself after midterms, put all the dates and everything in my planner, get everything put together. There's like an issue right now with my GPA where they're like incorporating some old marks that don't matter into it and should not be incorporated into it. It's a long story. I need to work with the registrar's office who me and the registrar's office do not get along, but I need to work with them to figure that out. And then also securing a placement. I kind of have one, but not really. I do need placement credits to graduate my program, and that has to happen this summer. So I don't really know what's happening. I'm in limbo with 3 different companies right now trying to figure out if I have a placement or if I don't, or what the heck is happening. So that is something I need to secure a placement. And then as just for personal goals, like we said, getting my wisdom teeth out is really important, getting those top 2 out and removed. Finalizing my May Disney trip plans. I am going to Disney World in May. Figuring all that out. I'm going with my mom and we're doing a resort only vacation. I will probably go to the parks a couple times in the morning, but my mom doesn't have tickets, and we're mainly focusing on resort hotels and Disney resort hotels, which means that we're pretty much doing a different Disney resort every single night. A lot of people are going to think that's crazy, and it definitely is, but we're focusing on those resort hotels. I'm really excited for it, so we need to finalize everywhere we're going, everything we're doing. There's the flights, there's a lot to kind of figure out there, and because we're going to so many different hotels, it needs to be like correctly organized, otherwise it's going to be a mess. So finaling those like expensive parts of the trip is important. Read 4 books. This should not be a problem because like I said, we do have March break. I'm gonna have my wisdom teeth out, which is gonna mean I'm not going to want to do a lot, I'm sure, for a couple days there. So I'm probably just gonna end up reading. So 4 books for the month should be good. No clothing spending. We're actually gonna do it this month though. And then say no more. And something I really struggle with personally is I try to people please. I try to say yes to everyone. If someone asks me to do something, I usually say yes. And trying to say no more is really important because when I say yes to someone else, I'm saying no to something of mine personally. And my personal stuff matters just as much as the other stuff matters. So I shouldn't be putting other people above myself. If I have scheduled an afternoon where I need to film a YouTube video, I can't suddenly say no to myself because someone wants me to rush and do something quickly. I have to tell them I'm busy, and I have to start being okay with doing that. So saying no more is a big goal for me. And then for AdSense, I just put a little tracker down the side here, and we are aiming for $200 this month. I did not put anything for Frozen Fractals because, like I said, we don't know what's happening there yet. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to do is talk a little bit about my budget, and budget is something we dove a little bit into last month that I wanted to dive deeper into this month. And the thing about my budget is that I started doing it very differently literally last week. Like, I was doing it the same as before in like my Excel document and that, but this week, or last weekend I guess, I got into using Notion. And Notion is basically just like almost like an online journal platform. You can do so many things. You can set up charts, and I'm slowly starting to transfer everything I have over into Notion. No, you know what I think I'm gonna do? We're gonna finish our February budget in the Excel spreadsheet because February's done, and then we're gonna set up my March budget in Notion. I think that's a better solution. While this takes its time to open, I've been drinking my bubbly lately in a cup, and it makes me feel very put together instead of the can. Okay, so I recorded everything, and obviously we can see my totals are a little high. So let's just go through this section by section. Okay, so first off, let's look at my income. I got the YouTube, Etsy, my part-time job, the reimbursement check I got, sponsorship I did, and then my parents were also kind enough to give me a little bit of money this month, which ended up going right to paying off my student debt. So in total this month I made about $1,000. I then have my Spotify, my Adobe, and my Dailyo, which I actually unsubscribed to recently. And then I have my budget here, so what I thought I was going to spend and what I actually spent. Now, as we can see, well, we can see exactly where that money went. When we look at it, I spent about almost $2,400 on Disney, on planning my Disney trip, which is a lot of money that I had put aside for it, but I still did. And then when I look at my predicted spending versus what I actually spent, it's pretty much the same amount. What am I over at? Pretty much the same amount, $23.75. It's like super close. So realistically, I stayed within my budget, but the Disney stuff obviously made me go a lot over. Looking at my actual expenses, gas, I mean, I can't control that. Gas prices are high right now. Food and restaurants, I did go a little bit overboard on. I got a lot of Tim Hortons and just like little things. Like obviously it wasn't like big meals, but it was like Tim Hortons, Booster Juice, Starbucks. So that kind of adds up. Groceries are groceries. I didn't do too bad, 137. That's not too terrible. And then stuff there, 105. And then personal, obviously, once again, we went overboard. I think I had only budgeted, for personal, I only budgeted $100, and I ended up spending $382.58. So let's see actually where we were under. Groceries we were a little bit under, gas we were under, and oh, the shop cost we were under too, because that didn't do as well this month. So everything else, and then obviously we were way over on personal. Everything else I didn't do too bad on. And then there's Disney. This is gonna look really confusing because for Disney, me and my mom are doing resorts only vacation, which means we're pretty much staying somewhere different every night. And I've been playing around, so when I see something cheap, I get it, but I make sure it's refundable. And then if I see something else that's better, I'll like cancel it and rebook at a different place. So that's why you're seeing like a lot of totals, a couple refunds here. Like it's a little bit confusing. Everything I believe is set now because I did just book 2 more this morning. But I believe that's all set. So in total, yeah, we didn't do great this month. I overspent by about $2,500, which is a lot, or $2,400, which is a lot of money. But that's also money I had put aside to go to Disney with. I just spent it a lot sooner than I was planning on doing. So that's not too bad. So now let's look at Notion for what I'm going to be doing for March 2022. I'm still setting up my Notion. I can show you my homepage, but I'm really not set up yet. I don't 100% know what I'm doing. This is still templates I found on Pinterest and other YouTube videos and everything that I'm kind of putting together. I'll link the one that I'm mainly using down below, but it's kind of all over the place. So mainly what I have in here right now is my content planner and my budget tracker. So we're gonna go into the budget tracker. And here I'm gonna change it to March because we didn't end up doing February. March 2022. And then I don't have any expenses yet, so we can just clear that column. And then, so this was pre-made because I really don't know what I'm doing. So here I basically have where I'm gonna put in all my expenses, and then I can put in what type of expense it is. So I set up so it's all different little categories as to what my expenses are. And then my income amount, so I'm gonna have YouTube, it's gonna be the February check, but the January amount. So I'm just gonna call it February. And then same with my Etsy is gonna be February. And I know my pay dates now, so I get paid on March 4th. And then I also get paid on March 18th. And then April 1st, so that doesn't matter. I should have a sponsorship payment coming in. And then obviously, I believe I just got the YouTube payment today or yesterday. Yeah, so I got $151.25 for YouTube for my January income, February payment. Etsy, I'm not 100% sure what that's going to be yet because it's not actually the end of February. My pay stubs get mailed to my house, which doesn't help me at all. Like my house in Kitchener, 3 hours away. Does not help me, so I don't know what that's gonna be, and I don't know what that's gonna be, and sponsorships, I haven't actually got anything yet. And then my parents are giving me $200, which also is once again going into my savings. March. And my income so far is $351.25, and then this, I don't have any expenses yet. For my savings, what are we doing with this? Okay, Disney, my savings now is nothing because we have spent all of that. And school is also nothing right now because I don't have to worry about tuition for a long time. I should also be getting in another check this month. Parking. Because I also overpaid on parking, and that should be $120. Once again, getting mailed to my house. So I'm hoping that comes in over March break so I can just get it. I feel like this gives me a better overview so far of everything that's going on. We're gonna see how this works this month. It's gonna be a little different, but I'm excited to see how it works. And then from here we'll dive right into YouTube because I feel like that is something that we haven't covered yet. And YouTube, so this is my content planner for everything. So I've also put all my social media into Notion. I have my links at the side here, brands that I'm going to be working with and have upcoming collaborations with, along with just like a couple little ideas that I have coming up. And then here I have everything for all my projects. I have like my Bookstagram stuff because I started that Instagram now if you wanted to check that out. And then this is a section that I haven't filled out. This was like a pre-template thing. Music doesn't matter to me because I just have my subscription service that I use for that. And then we can see just like all this stuff. And then for platforms too, like right now I just have YouTube in here because that's all I've done, but when I have Instagram and stuff, I can add like different options in that, kind of like I did with the spending thing, put different times in here, all that stuff. So for content, I did this the other day, so it is actually all figured out for the month of March. Now it's just a matter of me going through and figuring out exactly when I need to film everything by to have it edited, etc. So that should be good. And that's kind of my notion. I do hope to set it up a little bit more this month, get a little more in depth with it. Right now I'm just doing when I have extra time because it is a little bit frustrating to work with sometimes, so I'm just kind of doing it here and there and slowly setting it up as I go. Now that we've kind of done everything, so first we did some cleaning, cleaned up all the spaces. I just finished the vacuuming and the mopping, which is really great. And then we looked at last month. I think it's really important to reflect on last month like we talked about. And then we planned goals for the next month. Did my budget and my content planning, which is really good. There are a couple more kind of tidying up, just tying the knot things I need to do to prepare for the next month, and a lot of those happen in my weekly spread. So I do want to do a whole separate video on my general Sunday resets where I will be going over my weekly spread because I have a feeling this video is going to be long enough as it is, but in general that's where I'm going to plan out when I need to get everything done that I need to get done. Another part of resetting is not only resetting what you're doing for the month, but also resetting yourself mentally, and I think that's mainly what's going to set you up for success in the future. So currently what I'm doing is I've just been hanging out for the day. I had some Cheez-Its in a bowl. I have been watching The Bachelor here, just sitting on my bed, hanging out. I'm gonna read my book in a little bit. It's just gonna be a really nice, chill Saturday. I guess today I'm doing my reset on Saturday instead of Sunday, but it really doesn't matter. But I wanted to do a journal dump, a brain dump. I think that's important, and then I'm just gonna take the rest of the day off. Let's do a brain dump with everything on my mind, let those thoughts out into the paper, and then let them go.